welcome back to my channel. I'm here today to do another installment in my wedding planning series, my Wedding 101 series here on my channel. So as you guys know, I am engaged, I'm getting married, but I'm also a event planner as my profession. So I thought I would kind of lay down some insider knowledge on you guys and hopefully help you if you are planning a wedding. So today's topic is going to just be tips, like in general. These are things like that I have either found helpful for clients or I am doing right now and it's helping me. But yeah, let's just jump in. So the first one's actually one that's pretty common among like wedding tip videos, blog posts, etc. And it's to create a wedding only email. So what I did is I created one and I still forwarded it to my main email that comes to my phone, but then I can tab and filter just that email so I can see just the wedding related stuff, which has been helpful. I suggest using a Gmail because you have a Google Drive that comes with that and you can like Google Share and all that kind of stuff, and it makes it easier later on. Going honestly right along with that, I always suggest with my brides and clients and stuff to use Google Docs. Have everybody linked into a Google Doc for schedules, for contact information for everybody. So contact information for the groomsmen, for suits, for if whoever's in charge of the limo, like all that stuff being laid out. I also saw a bride do this and I thought it was really, really smart. She used an Excel sheet, so Google Sheet, and she had like, you know, maid of honor and then all the stuff she wanted her to do for setup, like to help with setup. Everybody had tasks. They were like crazy organized, stuff like that. So if you want specifically your maid of honor to like be with you on your third dress fitting, like she needs to know the date and time. And obviously, like if you're just starting out, you don't know some of that specifics, but let her know that you want her there in advance. Like you can do that in the Google Sheets too. So anyway, you definitely want to send out a timeline. Like I kind of said, you could put it in the Google Doc or you could just text it to people in a Facebook group chat, anything like that. Make sure everyone knows where you have to be when, and your immediate family too. So don't ignore them. Make sure they know where they have to be. So especially if you're doing pictures before the wedding or even after the wedding, like make sure people know they can't go to cocktail hour right away. Make sure they know to stay. And honestly, like as advanced as you can tell them, and just keep kind of reminding them like, hey, remember, we're gonna do pictures before the wedding, so get there at 3, not at 5. Like, just trust me. The Google Docs and the timeline, they're also good for like showers, bachelorette parties, bachelor parties, the details from all of that. And obviously, like if you don't want your significant other to see what you're doing for your bachelor or bachelorette party, you can make it like private, just with the girls or just with the guys, and go from there. But or like a Facebook group chat. One of the two. Like make sure everyone's all in the same place all the time so they know what's going on. The next thing that I found super helpful, which I have right now for myself, and I know that brides that have this are always way more organized, is to get a wedding binder and to literally put everything in it regarding your wedding. That way everything's all in one place. It's super easy to just grab and run out the door if you're late to a florist appointment or a dress fitting or whatever. I'm planning on doing a more in-depth video on wedding binders too if you guys want, so let me know if you have any questions about that down below or any other questions. Honestly, you can put them in the comments and I will answer them to the best of my ability. Okay, so now these are kind of getting closer to like wedding time. So personally, just from being a planner and just in general, doing pre-ceremony pictures or taking like 5 to 10 minutes after the ceremony for just you and your like now husband or wife to take pictures of just the two of you, to hang out and kind of be like, oh shit, we're married, like to let it sink in and kind of just digest it, because you don't really get a lot of time during the night. And I know some people are very against like the first look, like seeing each other beforehand and stuff like that, but I personally, from a planner point of view, it's super helpful and it gets things kind of like rolling because you see him, the jitters are gone, and or he sees you, whoever was nervous, and then everyone's like, okay, it's happening. Let's do this. And especially if your groom like doesn't want to cry in front of everyone, but you still think he's gonna cry, do a first look, and then he can just cry in front of you and the photographer. Designate someone else. I cannot stress that enough. Somebody but you to handle all the emergencies. Specifically, I would suggest not your mom either. So designate like the maid of honor, your aunt who's not in the wedding party, like a cousin that's really good under stress, anything like that. Because on the day of the wedding, stuff's gonna go wrong. It literally is. But you don't have to know about it until after the wedding. That's always the goal for like the planners, is like if stuff is going wrong, the bride doesn't need to know. Just fix it and move on, and then you can tell them later. This is a big one. So you need to eat before the wedding. And I know a lot of people are like, no, if I eat, I'll be bloated. I'm too nervous to eat, blah, 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 blah. But literally the number of people I've seen like almost pass out standing at their ceremony is not good. And especially if you're drinking at all, like you need to eat something. I don't care what it is. Jimmy John's delivers. Like you can literally get food at most venues where you're at. If they have an on-site caterer, like they will feed you something if you want it. So you need to eat something. Okay, this is another really big tip, and this is one that saves your sanity, honestly, is to pre-pack for your wedding. So pack everything you need the day before. If you need a certain pair of earrings, if you need your shoes, if you need an extra pair of clothes to change into when you leave, if you need, obviously you need your shoes, obviously you need your dress, obviously you need a veil, a hairpiece, etc. Anything that you need, wear your emergency kit, your timeline, your marriage certificate, all of those things, pre-pack them in a bag with your dress hanging and put them by the door. So that like on the rehearsal day, you're like, oh wait, everything's packed. And then you don't have to panic about it in the morning. Because the morning of the wedding is normally a rush to do hair, to do makeup, to check your nails, to do calm reflection. That was a joke. No one calm reflects on their wedding day. But like it's usually hectic is what I'm saying. So that you want to be as prepared as possible. And I understand that's not some people's strong point to be organized. But by doing it in advance, even if it's like the week before, just do it. And then it'll be done and it'll be one less thing to worry about. This one is actually something that I wish more brides did for me, like with clients, and I plan on doing with my wedding, is to get everybody from the groom side and the bride side and the wedding party together before the wedding actually happens. And obviously for bridesmaids, you're going to see them at the showers and at the bachelorette party, and same with the groomsmen. But the groomsmen and the bridesmaids kind of have to like commingle all night long for the wedding, and sometimes it's uncomfortable because they don't know each other at all, and it just moves a lot smoother. It's same for families. If they don't know each other, it's better if there's like a little bit of like smoothness going on. So introducing them before, letting them hang out a couple times is never a bad idea. Okay, so this is something that I've watched brides struggle with, and I am like finding myself struggling with. So this is like a note to myself to take my own advice, is that you can say no. Like just remember in the back of your mind, you can say no to something because it's your wedding. So I'm not saying throw a fit because the roses are a shade off of pink. I'm saying that if your pushy aunt wants to hand dye 45 pounds of flower petals for your aisle walk, like say no. Like especially if it's not something you want, if it's not going to be time conducive, like if it's not something you want, you have to say no. And I've been really good with this. I've been practicing with my fiance, telling him no on stuff about the wedding, not just in general. And it's been great. So we can, it's important to remember like why you're doing this. You're there to celebrate you and your significant other and the bond you have and the lifetime you have together in front of you. And it's not about your aunts or sisters or moms or grandmas vision for your wedding. It's your wedding. And then the last thing is to register for what you need, but also remember to register for some stuff that's fun on your wedding registry, because a lot of people now, including myself, are already currently like cohabitating with their significant others, just because it's more economical for all of us. We're poor. So like for us, we have a lot of kitchen stuff, but we don't have a lot of, like, we need like bedside tables, we need lamps, we need like a new toaster oven, we need like a matching pan set, like we need new cookie sheets, stuff like that. But we also like want a bigger camping tent for like the two of us, and we want like, I don't even know, like a new bed set, like stuff like that. So like a lot of things, a lot of people will be like, oh, just go in and ask for everything you have but newer. And that's totally fine, but at the same time, do what you want, I guess, really. Like, get a little bit of everything, and because you never really know what people are going to buy for you. That's all I have to say. And the last thing, truly the last thing, is just remember to soak in the moment and to enjoy your wedding. I know a lot of clients say that it went way too fast and they don't remember some of it and it was just like a blur and they can't wait to see pictures of the video because they want to remember it forever. And my like biggest thing that brides have told me, like from being their planner, is that they wish they had like taken a second and just like looked around and kind of just like felt the love, as like hippie as that sounds, but like felt all the love that people were pouring into them and their significant other and just into their new life. So hopefully this was helpful for you guys. Let me know if you have any other tips and tricks down below in the description box. And again, if you guys have any questions on anything planning related or wedding related, let me know down below and I can help you as best as I can. I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for watching. All my socials are down below too. Definitely hang out with me anywhere down there, and I'll talk to you all in the next one. Bye everybody. Happy planning.